everybody, this is Improv is Dead. I am Dan White. With me, as usual, is Tim Lyons. Today we got a great guest, someone I know a little bit, someone Tim knows a lot. John Patrick Coan, known online as JPC, and you're known by that from everybody, I guess, right? JPC?
Yeah.
Does anyone call you John?
No, not really. Like, outside of my family, not really anyone calls me John. I don't think. Or people that I worked with at some point, but...
Okay.
Other than that, no.
When we used to live together and I was upset, I would call you John.
Our old landlord,
I'd be like, John, get in here.
His name was John, so that
his name was John,
confusing.
so that was confusing.
Actually, that was going to be my first question for you, JPC. How is Tim as a roommate?
Tim's an exemplary roommate.
Yeah.
I know Tim well, and I know his older brother well, and I'd say that Tim has all, Brett would come over to our parties sometimes and immediately start in with his, Brett-isms, and I was like, it made me feel so grateful to have Tim as a roommate instead of having the elder Lyons brother as a roommate. Just because Brett is so critical, he nitpicks things immediately, he questions every decision. Tim was very easy to get along with.
100%. I've actually had that thought as well, Tim. Do you agree with that assessment?
Absolutely, yeah. Well, because he does it to me. I'll be like, "Hey, Brett, I just got a new Fitbit," and he'll be like, "Oh, cool, I have the Apple." He'll be like, "Oh, cool, I got the Apple Watch," and then next week I'll see him. I'll be like, "Hey, I got the Fitbit too," and I was like, "What happened to your Apple Watch?" And he's like, "It was stupid. But here's all the things my watch can do that yours can't." I'm like, "Cool, all right."
Yeah, I bought some Nike boots one time on Brett's recommendation, and then I showed him the next time I saw him. I was like, "Hey, I got those boots. They're great." And he goes, "Yeah, I returned those."
Dude, my favorite thing about this is how JPC kind of cracked the door open and Tim just fucking booted it open with the criticism.
I mean, you asked.
Tim was great. Tim's clean. Tim has good style aesthetic. Tim would always come home with a new rug or a new a lamp or something like that was always great. That always tied the place together.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No complaints living with Tim.
I've gotten that impression.
I'm trying to think.
Well, when I moved into the apartment, the apartment that we live in it's gigantic. The price is perfect, but it had just been improvisers moving through it for years,
a decade,
right?
a
decade of improvisers just in and out, in and out. And I feel like when I got here, there was just random furniture from whoever. We didn't know what there was that guy's chair that I think is still in Tyler's room, but his grandpa died in it.
Yep.
and Tyler's using it as his gaming chair now.
Yep. We told Tyler he could have that chair because we don't know whose chair is a dead grandpa chair. Take it, please.
And then there was that old chair remember that rat got into the apartment and it went into the pantry, and then there was a trail of chips to that chair, and we were like, "What's it? We don't even need this. This is now just a rat hole."
Tim said that there was a rat that got into the apartment. I still maintain that someone was drunk and just ate ripped up with a bag of chips.
No,
in the kitchen.
there was half a banana eaten, and they had dragged chips to under that chair, and there was hair.
The wild part about that was that building that we live in has vines ivy growing all over the side. It's a brick building, and the rats climbed up to the second floor, chewed their way into the screen, went into the kitchen, ate chips and a banana, and then left the apartment. It left, which is wild.
I mean, that's best case scenario. The worst thing is having those things.
Yeah, if it was just sitting around there. But the exterminator, or we had the exterminator come out, and he was just that's what they know. They have a scent path that they leave, and they know exactly how to get in and out. And you would see them, not so much anymore, because I think he had a bunch of traps installed, and there's all these feral cats that live in the garden. You could hear them fucking at night.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that.
You hear all night long. You can hear them going tail to toe. But they take out all the mice and rats now. But you used to see them on our ledges, and you'd have to be get out. You'd have to clap to get them away.
Yeah.
It's nasty.
You're a pretty clean guy though too, right, JPC? I remember when I would go over there, your room was always pretty put together.
Yeah, I'm pretty clean, and Tim's pretty clean, which is why we got along well. We had roommates in the past. I had multiple, 4 different people lived there while I was there. That different people, four maybe, 1, 2, 3. Maybe only 3, but we had roommates that were of different levels of cleanliness, and Tim and I were always in agreement with hey, come on, this behavior, no.
Have you guys? So here's a question, because this actually came to because I'm a pretty clean guy as well, and I have not always been that way, but I just realized maybe a couple months ago, because I do a lot of stuff around the house to keep things clean. And like when I was in college, I lived with 8 other guys in a place that gives me anxiety to even think about now. And it was not a big deal then. But like, have you guys since you were in college or high school, have you guys always been clean, or is that something like in adulthood that came on?
I wouldn't necessarily say that I've always been clean, but I've always not been one for clutter. And I think that they're like different things. Like it's not like I'm like dusting every day or whatever, but I don't like I have a dog, so I don't like dog hair on the floor. I vacuum all the time, and I don't love when things are just like sitting out, like even if it's like mail. It's like, oh, if that mail's been there for a couple days, even it needs to go to a place that is the correct place.
I actually am not that. So I'm messy, but I'm not dirty. Like Kelly always tells me I leave like rat piles, so I will definitely have like, but it'll just be an envelope sized pile of old mail. But I won't leave out like a bowl of milk or something from a cereal. Like that stuff drives me nuts. But I definitely have piles of things.
I guess I lean if it's a like 1 to 10, I'm probably like an 8. I'm not a neat freak, like I don't need it to be clean all the time, but I don't love clutter, and I generally I don't go to bed with like dishes in the sink. Those are my like 2 things.
Yes.
Well, a level of organization is so peaceful too.
Oh yeah.
Like I can see your hats on your wall behind you. Like that's such a peaceful organizational structure for hats. Like they're all in one.
Yeah, and that, by the way, is like that's the maximum number of hats that I had way more hats than that, and then I bought that organizer, and then I threw out everything that didn't fit on that organizer.
Good for you, man.
I was like, that's the perfect amount for me.
Dude, that's great, man. When I was in college, I remember the thing I always remember is we had one roommate who was so dirty, and he wouldn't flush the toilet.
Oh,
like both. And like we literally imagine having, I guess we were between 19 and 21 at the time. 6 people sit down for like a house meeting, and just to tell another like legal age can serve, can
oh my God.
buy alcohol, can vote. Dude, you gotta flush the toilet. Like that was, we had to call a meeting
it's
to
so
like
wild.
talk about. It's so wild.
It's different if it's like a conservation of water type of thing. I know there's people who like don't flush number ones when they pee just because they don't want to like waste water. When I was I stayed at an Airbnb at in Colorado, in Boulder, Colorado, and the couple who owned the house was staying in the basement still. They were like staying in like a room downstairs while we were all upstairs. It was super weird.
I don't like that.
But they were
I don't like that at all.
But the girls were using the upstairs bathroom. We were using the downstairs, and every day I'd go down there, and it was just like filled with piss and shit. Because their regular routine when they're living there was just to say only flush when it like got out of control. So we would go down there, and it would just be like filled with everything.
Wow.
I'd be like,
that's
and
a
I
whole
thought it was
other level of.
And I thought it was like one of the guys I work with. I was like, dude, one of these guys is nasty. But then I didn't, and I also didn't know that they were staying in the house until I saw them come out of a door that they came out of a door that looked like a wall. And that's what really scared me.
This is like a fucking nightmare Airbnb.
But
scenario.
but then we saw them around the like I talked to them afterwards, but when I didn't realize that was what was happening until like I saw the wall open and they came out.
I feel like for that couple, it's so wild because they have to have this agreement as a couple that they're both not going to do that, and it's like it seems like such an odd thing that it's like way odd that 2 people would be comfortable with it, and then for like Dan's like that roommate. I just imagine, like, was his mom, like, and dad, like, flushing his shits for him? Like,
dude, I to this day, I don't know. I mean, I will say, I have a quick story that I think sums up his psychology. And he was not a bad guy. Like, he was a friend. He was just,
I think he's a bad guy.
We were different.
Yeah.
Sounds like a bad guy. Sounds like a bad guy to me.
Yeah, like,
yeah.
I mean, I've judged people way harsher for way less. He seems like a really bad guy to me.
I mean, we had the meeting, and he went, okay, yeah. And then he did it. Like, that was the end of it. He just needed 6 other people to be like, dude, you gotta flush the toilet. And he was like, oh, okay. But the one thing I say is, one time he was flying home for like Christmas or winter break or something, and I drove him to the airport, and I dropped him off, and I was driving back to the airport, just doing him like a total favor. Driving back, and I hit it was actually the scariest thing that's ever happened to me. I hit a patch of black ice. My car fishtailed out.
Oof.
I overcorrected and slammed into a medium. And like slow motion, like life flashed before your eyes. Like I remember I was talking to my dad and I watched my phone. Like your brain really does start all of a sudden taking in so many senses. And it was that was scary in of itself. But then the ice was so bad. I had 2 cars behind me who were traveling together. And the one woman pulled up behind me to see if I was okay. And this is a lesson. You're always supposed to pull in front of somebody. She pulled up behind me, and then the person who she was traveling with hit the same black ice and then T-boned her car into the median. And she screamed because her daughter was still in the car. Luckily, everyone was okay. But it was truly like...
That
and honestly,
is wild.
That scream for her daughter was 10 times... Like, made my heart sink 10 times more than whatever happened to me. And now part of that probably was adrenaline. But, like, it truly was like, oh, my God, if this happened. So, anyways, I dropped him off at the airport. Totaled my car.
Wait, what was this story about?
Yeah, I know. So, and I was like... So I was so fucked up, right? Like, I was, like, really rattled. My hands were shaking. And the dude calls me and goes, hey, my flight got canceled. And I was like, dude, you're not going to believe this, man. And I was like, just needed to talk to somebody, right? And I was like, I don't know what happened. This other person at the black ice, like, it wasn't my fault, like, blah, blah, blah. And he just goes, so you can't pick me up? That was his response. Like, not even like, are you okay? He just like took a second, was like, okay, so just so we're clear, like I gotta call somebody else. And I was like, yeah, okay, man.
Oh, brutal.
That is absolutely brutal.
Yeah. Psychotic almost.
Just to clarify, that woman got out of her car and then the other car hit her car? Oh my God.
I mean,
that is terrifying.
It was, yeah. The weird thing is that they knew each other. So like they were traveling, it was, and also the guy who was driving the other car was like a 50-year-old man. So he was like, I mean, I was probably 21 at the time, so I was an adult, but you still look at a 50-year-old man as like an adult, and I could visibly see how shaken up he was, and it like rattled me to my core. It was a very, and it was one of those things where like the reality of it kind of cascaded over me like hours afterwards. You know what I mean? Like I kind of had a breakdown hours afterwards when the adrenaline had worn off. It was like the scariest, and I've never been in another, knock on wood, never been in another accident, but that one was bad enough for sure. It was wild.
I also don't think I knew that you were supposed to pull in front of people.
I never knew that, but every time I tell that story, I say that because that's what the police officer told me. He was like, we see this all the time.
Jesus.
Yeah. So
I don't think I'm trying to like go back through my memory and just think about accidents that I've seen. I don't think I see people pulling in front of people. I think it's like a natural thing to pull behind them for some reason. That's wild.
Yeah,
right.
I mean it was something else, but
hey, that's just another thing that's gonna stick with me forever.
Hey, if anyone hears this and
you learn
remembers
something from
one
this,
thing, it's pull in front of people if you see an accident.
That your roommate asking that question or just being like, so it sounds like he didn't even really listen to the story.
No.
And I feel like those are the type of people that like drive me the craziest. Just bring it back to like roommate stuff. I feel like there should be that's like one of those things in school that they should teach, because everybody like goes to college, or if they don't, they like get a roommate situation, and so many people don't know how to live with other people. They just like live their own way and don't adjust to the fact that there's like another human being that they're living with. And I feel like there's been situations in this apartment with multiple roommates where like they will leave dishes for so long that they forget that those were their dishes, and then they're like, those aren't mine. I'm like, well, yes, it's just been there for a week and you've had multiple meals. So now you have to clean those up too. Like you can't just let this stuff stack up. And then they get defensive. And I'm like, my guy, I left it so you would clean it. Because if I start cleaning your dishes, then I'm going to have to start charging you extra rent.
The wild part about that is that it's like, it's a roommate thing. Whenever it's a roommate, I'm like, no way. Like, even though I have the capacity to wash another person's dishes and I'm washing dishes, it's like a very principled thing with me. But now I live with my girlfriend, and it's like, if any time there's just dishes in the sink, I just do them, and it feels completely different to me, because I'm like, these are our dishes. It doesn't even matter if they're not mine.
Yep.
I cannot wait to help clean up after somebody. Like that's like I would like, and if it were my girlfriend and I was living with them, I would be happy to. I would be like, I love this person. I'm happy to clean up your dishes. Maybe not all the time, but it wouldn't bother me as much because also you're eating meals together, so like, well, not all the time, but if you do, it's like that's part of it. The part of the process is like cooking and then cleaning it up afterwards and then moving on to something else.
It did teach me that it wasn't that I was impatient about like dishes. It was that I was like impatient about just like people sharing a space and not giving a shit about like the space that was being shared.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I mean, and it's also like I've been lucky with roommates. My roommates have always been pretty great, but I never had somebody who would like clean the apartment top to bottom when I was gone, and then I'd come home to a totally clean apartment.
I lived my second year in Chicago with a group of people that we all know, so I won't. I mean, I guess if you know me, you know who these people were that I live with. But they were all younger than me, and there was 5 of us in a house together. And this is also the year that I got sober. So I'm not drinking, I'm not smoking, and I came home from work, and the kitchen like smelled like gas. So immediately what I do, I go over to the stove, and the pilot light is on the stove, but the gas is on the stove, but it didn't light the pilot light. So there's just like gas coming out of the stove. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I turned that off, and they're all in like the back bedroom, which is adjacent to the kitchen, with the door open, smoking weed in the back bedroom.
Oh man!
And I was like, guys, there's like gas just going off of the kitchen, and they're like, yeah. It's like we thought we smelled something weird in the kitchen, so we all went to the bedroom to smoke. And at first I was like mad. I was like, what the fuck are you like? You're doing a lighter. But then I was like also kind of glad that they were like, it does smell like gas in here. Let's not smoke weed in here. Let's move. And we think that had been on since the morning when like someone had cooked breakfast in the morning.
God.
So
that
it's just
stresses me out.
Filling up the kitchen with gas
much.
Yeah.
Oh man, that stresses me out, dude. That used to be a thing in college at house parties. I remember when people would lean on the stove. I was like, how do these not all?
You got to take the caps off.
Yeah, you do.
You got to take the caps off and hide them.
Yeah, I remember we would do that. We would take the caps off and we would put them in a drawer whenever we had house parties, just because of how fucked up that would be.
JPC, real quick, I know we're getting close here, but real quick, I wanted to ask you about. So I know you got this new podcast. Well, for those, I guess I haven't mentioned it yet. Your claim to fame originally, Hey Riddle Riddle, great podcast. I'm a listener.
Thank you.
And wanted to ask. So you have a new one out, Billbuds. And I've gathered that you're a pretty big music fan from Hey Riddle Riddle, which I didn't realize.
Yeah, so Johnny O'Mara and I, who used to do this podcast called the Campaign Podcast, Johnny still does it, I don't do it, but we met doing that podcast like 6 years ago. We both love pop music. We both realized that we love pop music. Funnily enough, when Taylor Swift's 1989 album came out, I was doing the year that came out and then trying to say the name of the album, which always fucks me up. But yeah, that album came out. We absolutely loved it. We said we should do a pop music review podcast. And then 6 years later, a pandemic happened and we both had some free time and we were like, let's fucking do it. So yeah, that's been very fun. It's really just like, it's a review of pop music, but it's also kind of an unabashed celebration of pop music from two people who know nothing about fucking music. So we're just like two fans who like being fans of it. And yeah.
Okay, so I was going to ask that. So you're a fan, but you're not musically inclined. You don't play or anything like that.
No, I played bass guitar in high school and like 7th and 8th grade a little bit, but I have no like musical aptitude and I'm lazy as all get up, so I never really devoted any energy into being good at music. But I love listening to music and I love like enjoying music, and music is one of those things where, well, I guess that this is probably true for a ton of different art forms, but you really don't have to know anything about it or how it's made to be able to appreciate it. Mm-hmm. I talk to my musician friends, Arnie Parrott, for one, who knows a ton about music, and it's wild how like the vocabulary that we have is completely different, but you know, the enjoyment of the thing is not. So that's what I like love about music. So yeah, listen to Billbuds if you are so inclined.
We should also say too, because you mentioned this on Hey Riddle Riddle this week, and I will admit I was not someone who caught the pun of the name.
Yes. So Johnny and I, again, we thought it was like a home run idea for a name of a podcast, but it's like off of the Billboards, like Billboard Top 100, like they call it the charts, the top of the pops. That's what the Billbuds is a reference to. It's one word too. So if you're searching for the podcast, it would be Billbuds.
Yeah, we'll check it out, and check out Hey Riddle Riddle if anyone has not, because that's another great one that I listen to.
Very fun podcast.
Quite frequently. Yeah,
I got the name reference pretty quickly.
You did?
I think it's
almost immediately.
50% of people.
Also, if you see it with the artwork too at the same time, which is how I saw it, I think on Twitter, it's much more clear what it is.
Yes.
Yeah. JPC, you also had a quote this week that is like one of my favorite things just in general anyone has ever said, which was like, it was about the name, and it was along the lines of like, it was just another reminder that the things you care most about in the world, most people have never thought about or heard or care about.
Yeah, it's a really good thing to think about every once in a while. I think it like keeps you humble and helps you grow to take a minute to realize that like shit that you care about, shit that you know about, shit that is like that you think about every day, like don't park behind someone when there's an accident. Other people are just introduced to that concept. You know, flushing the toilet after you shit. Some people have never
Some people
heard
don't
of that.
know. Yeah. Oh, this is what that thing does.
Well, that seems like a logical conclusion there. Should we get into a little improv, boys?
I'd love to.
Yeah.
JPC, I will go to you for a word. You got a word that you could use to kind of sum up the last 20 minutes or so of conversation?
Sure. I'll choose the word cohabitation.
Cohabitation. Cool. Okay, great. Hey, Luke, you got a second?
Yeah.
Sorry, you twitching?
Well, no, yeah, I'm just like, it's my pre-stream, so it's not actually, the Twitch isn't live yet.
Is it? Okay, so am I on camera right now?
Yes.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Yeah, no, but no one can hear you. No one can hear you. They can see you, but they can't hear you.
Shit. Okay, sorry, man. So they can hear me, but they can't see me?
No. That's the opposite. They can see you, but they can't hear you. They can't hear what I'm saying either. They just see two people talking. It's the pre-stream.
Okay.
So the stream hasn't started yet.
Okay. All right, cool. Were you cooking pizza this morning?
Yeah, I had pizza this morning, yeah.
Okay. Dude, someone put
Is it cool?
What's that? It's cool to make it, yeah.
Okay.
But you put the leftovers in my mini fridge. And that's for my yeah.
Oh, that's your mini fridge only.
That's why it's in my room.
Okay,
So,
I thought it was just
this morning.
I thought it was a closer fridge.
Well, it's closer to your bedroom. Yeah.
Yeah, like on the way back from my bedroom, because I eat the pizza in my room.
Yeah, I get it.
And then it's close. Yeah. It's closer to the. Oh, that's just for you.
Yeah, man. So I didn't want to say anything. I didn't really say anything this morning because I was kind of asleep when you came in my bedroom. But yeah. So the communal fridge is in the kitchen. My personal mini fridge is in my room.
Oh, bro. Yeah, I don't mind.
So no worries. I'm not trying to start shit.
No.
I'm like not trying to start shit with you.
Take a
Luke.
piece.
Like,
Take a piece if you want. So I don't mind.
Oh, dude,
yeah,
I would
always
never, man. I am like the best when you talk about roommates. I'm like, I would never do that shit, dude. I mean, I like respect boundaries better than anybody.
Evan911 says, "Who's this little bitch in the background?"
Oh, sorry. I have voice to text on my Twitch.
Who's Evan?
Ask your mom.
What did he say?
I guess that it's just a guy who follows my Twitch.
Can you tell him that I'm a manager at an enterprise?
Ha ha ha! Look at the sad virgin.
No, I'm not a virgin. Tell him I'm a fucking manager.
I guess I could, but you don't really want to engage them because.
Just stay right there. I'm gonna grab a pay stub. Show this little fucker who's boss.
Okay, cool. Twitch going live. Hey crew, what's going on again? It's Chaboy. Look, my roommate's gonna come back. Just chill out in the chat. I'm not trying to start drama. He's upset because he tried to like steal my pizza this morning, so I just want to make sure that.
Hey, is Evan on there?
Evan911 says,
Hey.
"Oh look, Micro penis is back.
Okay, hey, Evan, can you show him? Am I on camera? Am I on
yeah,
camera?
well, yeah, the camera's off, but they can hear you.
You sound
Okay,
like
well-
shit.
I can only do one at a time, so.
All right, well, Evan911, I'm going to read you a string of numbers.
Fuck you.
This is from a 2-week pay stub. $1,378 period 92. That's after tax income, bitch.
Evan911 says, that sounds like binary for eat my ass, you little bitch.
Yeah, again, man, you just don't want to engage
That's
him.
not even
Hey, look,
$35,000 a
I'll
year.
go back to the pre-stream. I'm
Plus
so
benefits.
sorry about the pizza thing. It will not happen again. And
Everyone get a load of Jeff Bezos pulling down 30 G's.
Just hold on. No, hang on. Keep me online. Keep me on stream here. Hang on. I'm calling my bank.
This is so sad. Look at this poor queef.
Okay, I'll put the stream back on, but
Hashtag eat my ass.
again, it's your boy. So sorry about this, everybody. Just chill, be cool in the chat. This is my
All right,
roommate.
yeah, I'm going to put you on speaker. This is a customer service rep for Chase Bank.
Hello? This is Chase.
Hi,
What is
yeah.
wrong with this idiot?
Yeah, hey, my name is Mike Chapone.
That name sucks ass.
You should have my account number is 491-867-3384. I'd like you to read aloud my savings account balance.
It looks like the account balance is 0.
Shit, I thought there was more in there.
Evan911 says thanks for giving us your bank account number, you fucking dipshit.
Oh man, yeah. You shouldn't have done that. You
No,
shouldn't have
I was
gone-
just...
You shouldn't have read the bank account number. That's like, I think you're supposed to keep that secret.
Just emptied your checking account, bitch. Buying your mom some new panties
All right.
because hers stink.
No, they do not
You.
stink. They do not stink. My mom's panties do not
Stinky
stink.
panties.
I promise my mom's panties do
The
not
panties
stink.
be stanky.
Don't,
Fabrice them panties.
don't say they don't stink.
So anyway, man, like,
Is there anything else I can help you with today?
Shoot, I forgot to hang up. Yeah, I have a question. Yeah, if you have a screen name from Twitch, can you figure out who
PU.
that person is online, like in your bank database or something? Like,
I can't do that.
Ha 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 ha.
Oh, man.
Enjoy
I'm sorry.
working at
I'm sorry about that,
Enterprise.
dude.
Tell your mom that Evan says hi.
no, fuck you, Evan911.
Everyone remember to vote.
All right, well, actually, I do agree with him there.
Yang Gang 2020 bitch.
Jesus Christ! All right, fuck that guy. Can you just mute him, please?
Yes. Yeah. Let me click into his profile.
So who was that little lady friend you had over last night, huh?
Oh God. Yeah. You saw, huh?
Yeah, that didn't look like a sister.
No. Yeah. It was not my sister. It's a girl that I've been seeing. So.
Wow. She was tall.
Yeah. She is tall. She's
Evan911 says, let's get those deets.
Okay, he's not muted.
okay. Yeah. Evan, it's not really something that I want to share. I really don't want to share details.
Evan911 says, skeet 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 skeet
What
skeet.
does that mean? Is he a skier?
I don't know. Honestly, he's the only guy in this Twitch chat. I don't know who he is. I feel like maybe I do. Like Evan911. Do we know any Evans?
I know an Evan Dippold, and his birthday is on 9/11.
Ouch.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
Well, I guess to a certain degree, he probably had a few years in his childhood when that was okay, but.
No, dude, he's 19.
Oh man, that sucks.
Yeah.
Evan911 says, never forget
Yeah.
that I had sex with your mom.
Fuck that guy.
Hey, it was Mark, right? Mark?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have a Civic here, and I'd like to upgrade it to. I need either some kind of station wagon, something with some room in the back. Because I said online when I filled out the online application, I said I was going camping, and now I just have a Civic, so it's just a hatchback.
Okay.
And I need something that's a little bit bigger for all our equipment.
Okay. And Scott, What did you need me for here? What did you need the manager for? Was there a problem? You couldn't upgrade this customer?
Yeah, so I went out there and there was no...
Sorry, I was talking to my employee, Scott.
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah.
Oh, your name's Scott as well?
Yes, sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Confused.
No, yeah, he needs an upgrade to a hatchback, and I went from a hatchback, because you have a hatchback now, Civic, and I went to enter into the system, and it doesn't look like we have any upgrades in that class available, and then he just asked to speak to a manager.
Okay. Just excuse me here, Scott. Let me just get in here and see what I can... no, actually, not you,
sorry.
the other Scott. Sorry, I got to come around. Yeah, sorry. I got to walk around you there and then come right... Now, excuse me, Scott. Scott, can you move?
Oh, yeah, me now?
Yeah, you. That's Scott. Yeah, sorry.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I'll be... Okay, thank you.
All right, thanks.
You can call me Customer Scott if that helps.
Okay, let me see here.
Do you have a last name that we could call you? It's usually like I go by my last name. It would be helpful if maybe you went by your last name.
I'd rather not if I don't have to, if it's not necessary.
Scott, have you not gotten this customer's last name? You were just renting him a Honda Civic. Did you not get his last name?
He already has the Civic. He was coming to exchange it, and so not yet. I have not gotten your last name. I went straight to the system. I went straight to the customer's system first.
I gave my last name to the online form, so I don't think I should have to give it again here if the online form already has it.
Okay, Scott, do we have the online form here?
Yes, we do, but it says Scott McIntosh, and that's my name. So I assumed that the online form had my name in it, unless your name is also Scott McIntosh.
It is not, no.
Okay, so yeah, or maybe what happened, and sometimes I do this, I open up the online form and then I type my name into it. And then if I click save, which I think I did click save, I think it updates the form to have my name in it.
Okay. Jesus fucking Christ here, Scott.
him
I got
or me?
3 bites into my Jimmy John's. I got 3 bites into my Jimmy John's.
I'm sorry.
God fucking damn it.
I'm so sorry, sir. This is...
It's fine. No, it's fine.
I was apologizing to customer Scott.
Oh.
And to you, sir. Yeah. I'm sorry.
I guess my biggest concern right now was I rolled up...
Are you looking at Barstool on this computer?
With the website?
It's someone typed in Barstool into Home Depot's website on this computer.
I was trying to find the Instagram for it, but I was not trying to access the website.
Is your chair not comfortable enough, Scott?
You took the chair into the office so you could eat your sandwich, so...
Yeah, because I can't eat standing up. It is bad for my digestive tract.
I know, yeah.
Okay.
But no, the chair's fine.
So I borrow your chair for 25 minutes a day during my lunch break.
Okay.
Not a second more, not a second less.
Sometimes it's a little more.
Okay. Well, sometimes if I get a bag of cookies, then it takes me a little bit longer than 25 minutes. Okay?
Okay. So Jimmy John's doesn't sell the cookies in... It's like individual cookies.
I know a guy, and
it's one big cookie.
What?
It's one big cookie from Jimmy John's.
Sir, you stay out of this! Can you stay out of this, sir? Customer Scott?
Sorry.
This is between me and my employee.
I'm so sorry.
You should. I just think you should treat your employee with a little more respect and get him a stool or some kind of something to sit on while he's out here.
You know why I don't treat this Scott with respect? Because he is the most promising employee we have ever had at this Enterprise Rent-A-Car. And I know if he works hard and he applies himself and he stands on his own 2 feet, he could be standing right where I'm standing in 6 months. That's how talented he is.
Wow. High praise.
Wow. I'm floored. I never knew that's... I always thought you were giving me a hard time because you didn't like me.
I'm giving you a hard time because I see myself in you. And I see the crowd you're running around with, Scott.
Come on, those guys are good guys.
They're not good guys. It was like a pill orgy in the parking lot last week. I get out of work, I'm just seeing pill bottle after pill bottle after pill bottle. I'm like, is he friends with a bunch of pharmacists? What the frick's going on?
No, those guys are good guys. Skylar...
They can't all have allergies.
A lot of them do. A lot of those guys do. Scott, look, customer Scott, I'm so sorry to get you mixed up in this. We will get your issue solved straight away. We will get you, well, we don't have another car.
I was gonna say that. I guess that was my big issue is when I rolled up in here. There were no other rental cars out in the parking lot, and that's why I originally asked for the manager because I didn't know if you guys were actually open.
Today.
Okay.
Yeah, we had there's a fucking parade in town. Everyone's renting cars for their fucking floats. All right, listen, man. I can pull a favor. My brother owns a stretch limousine company, and if you're interested, I can get you a stretch Lincoln Navigator.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, that's definitely big enough for a camping trip.
All right, I'm gonna keep you in. I'm still gonna give you the compact rate, okay?
Oh wow, thank you
Scott,
so much.
don't look at this, okay? What I'm doing here, this isn't technically kosher, okay?
Hey, Scott. What is the is this a stretch Lincoln Navigator?
Yeah, I got a great deal on it for the trip. So everybody, we can actually probably at this point, everyone was gonna do a little caravan. Now we don't even have to. Everybody could just throw their stuff in the Lincoln, the stretch Lincoln.
Yeah.
And then we could just take turns driving.
No, I don't think that's gonna work. Like a lot of these campsites have like very narrow access points, and I just don't think. Like, what is this? What's the turn radius on a stretch? Also, this is a huge stretch Lincoln. Like, I've never seen one this big.
Oh, it's a biggie, yeah. It takes up half the road.
I don't think its
two-laner.
clearance is going to be big enough for a lot of these trails.
I mean, it might be a lot of 3-point turns, but I think we can make it. I think we can do a lot of it. Don't make me drive in this thing by myself.
Nick, I don't know. Am I totally off base here? Like, if I'm the only one, if I'm the asshole, I'll extricate myself from the situation, and we can all pile in the Lincoln. But I don't. Nick,
what do you think?
Nick.
Guys, please do not put me in between you two. I hate this position. You're my two best friends. Look, if I have to choose,
You have to.
I say if I gotta be stuck in a national park with two people in the whole world, I want it to be you guys. I say let's throw the bags in, throw the duffel bags in, and let's hit the country.
Let's do it. Let's do it in the Lincoln.
God damn it, Nick. You never make a decision. This is the moment where you want to make a decision? You want to be on team take a stretch Lincoln?
I just look. If it's coming down to not taking the vacation or going in the stretch Lincoln Navigator, I'm gonna take the Navigator. I don't know what you want from me, man. We put Scott in charge of getting the rental. He technically got a rental. It's better than trying to do it in the Civic.
And what if there's girls at these campsites like this?
We could just stay home and you guys could beat the shit out of me.
No, we're not doing that.
Nick,
because
stop.
That's what you want.
Nick,
No,
stop
it's not what we
suggesting
want.
it. We're not going to do it. Just stop suggesting it.
You guys are so mad, just beat the shit out of me. I don't care.
We've never beat the shit out of you. We've never done that.
So try it.
We don't want to.
We don't want to.
We're not a violent group of buddies. That's not something we do. If you're looking for that type of kind of abuse, go somewhere else.
If you guys are pissed off, just beat the fucking shit out of me. Get it out of your system, then we'll be friends again.
That's not how we want to handle this. I've never thrown a punch in anger in my life.
No. I've been punched, I've been beat up. I actually hate bullies, and I hate the idea of beating somebody up.
If anyone ever tried to fight you, Scott, I honest to God would let them kill me before I let them get to you.
Well, because that sounds like something you want.
Nick, what is going on?
There's nothing going on. It's you guys are fighting and I got put in the middle of it, and I'm being honest with you guys. I would rather fucking die than have either of you mad at me.
Well,
Let's just throw the duffel bags in the Lincoln Navigator and go hit up Yosemite, please.
Nick,
I got a ton of oxy for this trip.
Nick.
Why?
What? Some guy at work had it. I said, they were just like, dude, you gotta do this. I was like, I've never done that in my life, but I got the two coolest guys in the world I'm about to go to the national park with, I guess.
Nick, what did you think this
I bought 75 grand worth of oxy.
What?
You bought? How much is that?
What do you mean?
How much is 75 grand worth of oxy?
Well, that's why I got all the duffel bags. That's what I'm saying.
Wait a
Let's
minute,
put the duffel
Nick.
bags in
Nick,
Holy
did you get
shit.
75 grand worth of oxy that you need to sell at a certain point, or else somebody's gonna beat the shit out of you?
We need to sell it.
No, you didn't. No.
We need to sell it, dude. It's super easy. I'm telling you. Here's what it is. All you have to do, you find one person, you sell them a duffel bag. They then find 2 more people
Nick.
to sell duffel bags to. Then those 2 people find 2 people to sell duffel bags to. Pretty soon, we've turned our $75K of Oxycontin into $500,000.
Scott, I just gotta say, I am so sorry I blew up with you about the Lincoln Navigator.
No, yeah, dude, we're totally.
That's totally fine. I feel like we have a way bigger situation now with Nick and this fucking Oxy and these duffel bags.
You guys are making up, huh?
Well, you kind of forced us to.
Wait a second. Let me open one of these fucking... Nick, it's just clothes in here.
Yeah.
Did you make up that whole thing about Oxycontin and $75,000?
Yeah, it's all just clothes. I just pack heavy for trips. I like to have a bunch of different outfits. What do you want from me? I got 50 duffel bags full of clothes.
Nick, you little snake, I love you. God damn.
I love you guys too. You guys want to do a little 3-way hug?
Yeah, I'm
Sure.
Man, Scott, I'm sorry I was being an asshole. I was being a total asshole, and Nick helped me see it.
Guys,
Totally fine.
bring it in here. I want you guys to know you are my 2 best friends. And if anything happened to either of you, I would fucking kill myself.
No,
And
don't say that. Stop.
And if you guys want, we can take my Ford Explorer out west.
Yeah, of course we want that. You have a Ford
Yeah,
Explorer?
we want your Ford Explorer.
Yeah, and we can take it. We don't have to take it.
Why did you mention that?
Cause what do you mean? Why did I mention it? Cause I didn't want Scott to feel bad about getting the Lincoln Navigator.
Yeah, why wouldn't you mention it before I even went and got the rental Civic?
Yeah, he spent like 2.5 hours at that rental place, that Enterprise, trying to get the Civic Navigator things. Oh my god.
I didn't want to step on his toes. We all kind of had our thing. Scott, he seemed really excited about being in charge of the rental car. But yeah, I have a Ford Explorer and I also have a Jeep Wrangler. So whatever
Jesus
you guys
Christ.
Either one would have been. It's great.
Yeah. Like, both. Honestly, we were gonna do a car caravan. Both would be great.
Okay, well I'll go get it. I think the Wrangler's parked in front of my RV, so I'll just move my RV and get the Wranglers. No problem. It's no problem.
Guys, this weekend was supposed to be about my divorce. Okay, it was supposed to be me and 2 of my best friends in Yosemite, forgetting all about Lisa and just getting on with my life.
Fuck Lisa.
No.
Fuck her.
I'm not
You're
mad
so
at her.
much better off.
No,
She's the worst thing that ever happened to us.
No, what? I had 2 lovely years with Lisa. It was, we're moving on, but I have great love and admiration and respect for her. So
she's moving on to ass. That's what she's moving on to.
We know you have to say that too.
Yeah, she's a dumbass.
Nope, she's not. Look, the one rule that I said was let's not talk bad about Lisa because I don't have negative feelings towards Lisa. That's a ground rule that I set for the.
I
Scott,
do.
no,
I got enough for both of us. I got enough for all 3 of us. Well, Scott hates her guts too.
I think that she was wrong for you, and I think she was a little bit manipulative of you.
What?
Manipulative?
Really? Oh,
That's
yeah.
lightly. She was like the frickin' Riddler.
Yeah.
What? I mean, she let me quit my job, and she kind of paid for all of my expenses.
Boom, ding, ding, ding. She let you quit your job.
Boom, there it is.
She let you
there
do
it
it.
is. Keyword.
She supported me financially for like 16 months. She didn't have to do that.
Let's just say she's going to be running into a little financial trouble herself here soon.
Okay. Nick, sometimes you say stuff like that. It really worries me, man, because
Should we tell him, Scott?
no.
Let's just say she's got some big problems coming her way.
No.
We Redfinder.
You Redfinder?
We put her house on Redfin.
Oh my. That's our
Let's just
house.
say she's gonna be having a couple of welcome guests
Yeah.
coming
We
soon.
listed it at $200K under value.
Jesus Christ, we bought that house for $275,000.
Yeah, we just sold it for $75 in cash.
Let's just say it's gonna fly off the market.
And when we
yeah.
say fly because it was bought by a pilot for $75K.
And he's gonna level it and turn it into a runway.
God.
in the middle of the neighborhood.
Guys,
and it's going to drive all the neighbors crazy.
I really wish you hadn't done that. I'm trying to end on good terms. I feel like now I have to call Lisa. I feel like now I have to give her a heads up.
Well, you might have trouble reaching her phone. Because we boost mobiled her.
Put her on the worst possible network. She's never going to get a phone call again.
Yeah, you know what? If she's in Fort Lauderdale, she's got great service. Anywhere else, she's totally fucked. I love you guys. Get bring it in for a three-way hug.
No. We're getting a divorce, okay? I told her this was gonna be amicable, and it seems like what you guys have done is you've totally fucked this up. She's gonna be pissed at me. She knows that you guys do this shit.
Hey, she fucked it up. She fucked you up. When she said she had turned into a different person and you guys had grown apart.
No, I mean, those were things that... You know what? I'm gonna let it go, okay? For this weekend and this weekend alone, fuck Lisa.
We can worry about all this on Monday.
This is a Monday problem.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to work for the rest of the day. It's Friday morning. Let's all go back to work for the rest of the day.
Fuck, it's Friday?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I didn't take the day off.
Yeah, none of us did. We all agreed that we were gonna do 8 hours on Friday and then meet up Friday night and then drive to Yosemite.
Okay, good. Because I didn't want to say anything, but I actually did buy a very reasonable amount of Oxy from a guy at work.
That's fine. That's good. Did anyone before we head out back to work, did anyone Google how long of a drive it is to Yosemite from Boston?
I didn't want to map it out because I didn't want to ruin any of the surprises along the way.
Same. Yeah. I kind of wanted to go, just like
I'm
off the
planning
cuff.
at least for 5 hours.
Yeah, I think it's a long one, so it's at least a 5-hour drive.
Yep.
Does anyone care if I can mapsquest.com right now?
Yeah, Maps Quest it and print them out. Print that out.
Let me go to Ask Jeeves. Ask him where to get a map to Boston.
Hey, how'd you get to Ask Jeeves so quickly?
Oh, it's just ask.com now.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
I usually gotta Google Ask Jeeves.
No, they took the Jeeves app. So if you it's just ask.com.
Oh, so can I just Google Ask? And it'll take me to Ask Jeeves?
I assume so.
Okay.
Oh my god. It's 44 hours.
What?
Oh, Yosemite's in California.
Oh shit! I mean,
What?
I gotta work Saturday afternoon, so there's no way I can do this.
Yeah, I wasn't able to take Sunday off either. I took your shift on Sunday.
So this is your apartment, huh? It's pretty nice. You're clean.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, thank you so much.
This is where you do your streaming stuff?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's actually, that's in my bedroom. This is my roommate's bedroom. I like to show people my roommate's bedroom, like, first. I think it's, like, the most impressive part of the apartment. Hey, by the way, do you want a drink? Can I get you a drink?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what he's got in here. Do you do Fanta?
Yeah, I could do a Fanta.
Okay, he only has...
Do you have anything stronger?
Yeah, let me look at his closet. Sometimes he keeps alcohol in his closet. I've got grape Fanta, and I've got the little gin bottles that they give you on airplanes.
Okay.
Would you like
Hey, check his coat pockets. See if he's got any, like, pills or anything.
No, he's got like $40.
Okay, yeah, grab it.
So anyway, if we're all good here on drinks, we can head back into Mikasa.
Yes, absolutely. I'm gonna take these Jordans too.
Hey guys. Hey guys, quick roommate meeting. I just want to get everybody in the same room before we go home next weekend. Mm-hmm. Killer party last night.
Awesome party.
Insane party. Had a fucking legendary.
Yeah. It seemed like a really good time. All my shit got stolen.
Yeah, my shit got stolen also.
Yeah, somebody took all my stuff is what I think happened.
Yeah, so I'm just wondering if we, I guess I kind of want to open an investigation as to who had who here and how, because I had a great time at the party. I mean, I got
had a fucking killer time.
Yeah.
I had so much fun. The one thing I didn't really love about the party, and this could just be me, was those like super shady guys. Was anyone else getting a vibe from those super shady guys?
I mean, I kind of knew everyone at the party except the girl that you went upstairs with, man.
Yeah, I only had 2 friends.
Oh, yeah, no, okay. Okay, so, yeah, there was the girl that I went upstairs with, but we don't think it was maybe the bunch of super shady guys.
Well, I mean, they were shady looking, but they were in my eyesight the entire time.
Sure.
And honestly, they actually stuck around after the party was over to help clean up. So they ended up being pretty nice guys.
Okay.
Yeah, they were pretty solid dudes.
Pretty down to earth.
Yeah. Also, I just got a letter, and I think we got Wells Fargo'd.
Oh, my God. Again?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Someone put the house in our name and then sold it on Redfin.
God.
Son of a...
We rent.
I know. That's what I'm saying. We got Wells Fargo. They took out a home loan with Wells Fargo, and then they Redfinned us.
So we owe the money back for that.
Yeah. Well, mostly closing costs, yeah.
So
That's
And realtor
expensive.
fees.
the
yeah.
house that we rent, they bought in our name? Or they sold?
They sold in our name, then we got to pay all the closing fees and realtor costs.
God, yeah. I feel like it shouldn't be this easy to Wells Fargo people.
Please tell me you at least got laid, dog.
I mean, I got pretty close. Closest I ever been.
Evan911 says he didn't come close.
Oh my
He
God.
passed out on the bed and she stole all his money
Shit.
and some medicine. He woke up this morning and pleasured
Oh,
himself.
come on. Everybody does that when they wake up.
They don't twitch it.
I can't believe I left the Twitch on. Honestly, jerking off on Twitch is a bannable offense, but I guess if it was only Evan watching, then who's to know? Wait a second. Evan911, you're watching this?
Yes. Yours is my favorite Twitch channel, even though your roommates are little bitches.
Then you saw her. You saw Gracie / Michelle, whatever her name was.
Yes.
Look, Evan, she stole all of our shit. She embarrassed us. She ruined our friendship pretty much. You gotta help us find her. Come on, you can do anything. You've Wells Fargo'd us. You've chased banked us. You fucked up our shit, Evan. You gotta help us.
Evan911 says, I will help. On one condition, I want your roommates to admit I am king.
Forget it.
No fucking
No
way.
fucking way.
Guys,
Absolutely
come on.
not.
Fuck you both.
I never asked you for anything.
Admit I am king and I will tell you what she looked like.
Please.
All right, let's just say it quick and get it over with.
Just say.
Let's just say it quick and get it over with.
Fine.
Evan 911 is
911
king.
is the king.
She looked like your mom.
No fucking way.
Fuck that
Stinky
guy.
panties. P.U.
All right, so fun. JPC, thanks so much for joining us, man. That was an absolute blast. Had a great time proving with you. Please come back
Yes,
soon.
it feels good just to improvise again. I said that weird. It feels good to improvise again. That's a better way
You're
to say it.
fantastic, dude. Yeah.
He's got them improv eyes.
JPC, before you head out, man, is there anything you want to plug? Anything you want to direct people towards?
Sure, you can follow me on Twitter at JPSoFly. If you want to listen to podcasts, go listen to Hey Riddle Riddle on the HeadGum Network or Billbuds Pod. You can get either one of those wherever you find podcasts.
Great. Yeah, and I can't recommend following JPC on Twitter enough. One of my favorite follows. Great political follow.
Yeah, Dan's really great at comedy and jokes, and I just don't have the patience for that anymore. Or maybe I never
you're
did.
great, man.
So don't expect any comedy over there.
I love it, dude. Keep fighting the good fight. Thanks so much for coming on, JPC. Please come back again soon, dude. We had a great time having you.
Hey, I got keys to Tim's apartment, so I can come back whenever I want.
Please do.
All right, we'll see you guys. Hey everybody, it's Dan again. I hope you enjoyed episode 2 of Improv is Dead with JPC. Just a quick reminder, if you like the show, please like and subscribe, and specifically, please leave us a review on Apple iTunes. You can leave us a quick 5-star rating and a 1 or 2 sentence review. I promise it's super easy. It takes like 20 seconds, and I also promise we won't keep asking this every episode. Okay, that's it for me, guys. Thanks so much for listening. Hope you have a great week.